Howdy ho, the name is Echo. So I already did today's Daily Love On. Today's dedication, love to the alienated. But I just wanted to speak some more. I have difficulties being articulate sometimes. I can be, for lots of different reasons. And I want to clarify just exactly how crazy I am. Yeah. So, growing up, I am the youngest of three. My biological brother is 5 years older than me. Biological sister is 3 years older. Honestly, my so-called folks, who I call the evil ones, literally scared the shit out of me growing up. They were the most scariest monsters that existed in my mind. I have overcome certain trauma, or I'm trying to, and I deal head on. I'm not protesting outside my personal abuser's and alienator's house just out of spite, just because I'm mad, just because. I have really good reasons for protesting. First of all, I didn't always protest. And again, I've got 18 years under my belt. I used to have visits with my son, and my so-called evil parents wanted to have a relationship with my other kids. There are only other grandchildren. So I tried. They didn't try. I tried. I had to put up with it. I'm the one that was scared and had to go alone and not know if my back turned with one kid, the other kid's gonna go away or be kidnapped. I mean, that sounds crazy, but when one kid's already kidnapped, you're gonna be worried about the other kids. So anywho, time and time again, my parents disappointed me, got me fucked up. I tried so many times, not just exactly because that I have love for them and stuff, it's because it's what I thought that I had. It's they're the people that birthed and raised me. You don't think that they're gonna do you dirty. You don't think or know or even foresee, and that's what they play on. Anywho, they played me dirty so many times, one too many times. So after Credence turned 18 and everything was done, damage is done, and here he isn't talking to me again anymore, I go to my parents' house with court papers just so I can discuss things with them. Wasn't even trying to do anything, just talk, clear the air, be normal, be human, just learn, just understand. But my mother shut the door in my face. And my sister claims that she can't remember our childhood. That's a cop-out. Which is funny because for what she does for a living, she uses her past. Anywho, another story for another day. Back to her, my sister. I never knew and still don't, probably never will know anything about her. She's never liked me. Whatever, boo-hoo. I'm, the little sister, ugly duckling, whatever. That's not even what it is. She just never liked me. And then when we became adults and after my kid was taken, she kind of just ghosted me for a while. And then after I was allowed to have visits and be around the family and go to family functions, and I would see her, we got along just because I would try. I was naive. I thought she and everybody were family. It was my sister. but she can't control me or gain anything out of me. And so basically, I said that I told her if she wanted to talk and still have a relationship, which I wasn't opposed to, that we should both go to therapy, a mutual shrink that, both of us can be okay with. And I, not oddly, never heard from her again. My brother, he is a bully, a tool, a rapist, a drunk, an informant, everything bad. Everything that he knows and how he is and who he is was taught from my so-called father. I'm not trying to say that I think my son is going to be like them or learn to be like that, but these are the people that raised him and he looks up to. I will never falter or they can't ever tell me anything wrong at all. I was just trying to go to their house and be family and talk. They don't really want anything to do with me. If they only want to control me and take my kids. I know that sounds crazy, but after living it my whole life, you can't deny me what I'm living. You can't deny my life story. You might have been able to when I was younger, might have been able to brainwash me just, as a young adult. But I am now 40 years old. I have 3 other kids that live with me. I have a husband that I've also been with for 18 years. So what I'm trying to tell you is I don't take protesting at people's houses lightly. The fact that they're so horrible, I don't hesitate and won't hesitate to be outside their house with a sign barbecuing, my bullhorn yelling, who wants alienation awareness cupcakes. I mean, I tried so much. So my protesting is my way of healing, my way of being, my way of life, my way of being okay with myself. I cannot understand that the people that birthed and raised me, the people that are supposed to be my brother, sister, my aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, the whole 9 yards, that they would all rather be abusers and or abuse apologists or just look the other way. I'm not that way. I won't be that way. And my other kids and I and my husband have broken that dirty, vicious cycle, at least in our immediate family, and gonna try to keep that going. And I'm never gonna go that way again. I've always been punished for being me. I know it might sound petty to you, but for a little girl, somebody to be grounded all the time, their whole childhood, all the way up until they were 18, is ridiculous. And not even for stuff that I did. Like, I wasn't even a bad kid. Not saying I was perfect, of course not, but I did not deserve the way I was treated. And I always knew growing up that I was treated different, and I just thought, okay, I'm the baby, maybe things will be different when I get older. It never did. It never did. It never got better. So I did not try to make things right or be part of their family. I always wanted that. I never not wanted to be a part of their family. The reason why I'm okay with it now is because I understand that they're toxic and I would be subjecting my immediate family, my now family, to their abuse, which I've done in the past. And I shouldn't have done that. But had I not done that, I wouldn't have known everything I know now. I would have been left wondering. And then also too, just I wouldn't have been able to see Koreans, but they would have said that, when they have, that I've chosen my husband and my other kids over Koreans. I shouldn't have had an ultimatum. I should have always been able to have him part of my life. Even if he wasn't part of my everyday, all the time immediate fam, he's still my immediate fam. To me, 100% hands down, no questions asked. So kind of lost my train of thought at the end there. What I want to say is protesting my parents is the best thing ever for me. I moved here just a few months ago. And I have been the happiest I've ever been. Not just because of protesting, that has a lot to do with it, but for lots of many things that changes have brought on these last few months, which have all been great. I've had to adapt to change and so much abuse over so much time in my life that I'm really enjoying living in my now and being happy and just living and not just trying to survive and make it, but actually living, actually just being happy, just being content with who I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, there's always a void because I don't have my firstborn son, of course. That's hence where everything that I got going on stems from. So, wrapping it up, it doesn't matter one way or another because I'm still going to do what I want to do, but for people to just assume or whatever it is that you may think about my protesting, that you might not like it or it's this or that, I will never stop. It's something that I wish I was always doing. It's liberating. It's free to be me. It's great to be me. It's great to just live in my own skin and not be worried all the time. I protest them because they don't scare me anymore, and I want Credence to know the truth and that no matter what, I'm always going to be here for him. And I don't understand what I did to make everybody so fucking mad and to hate me, but I'm over that to the extent where I just don't want. I already lost you. It cost me you. I just don't want it to be even more so. That's what I'm afraid of. That even though I'm content now and things are okay, there's always something that I don't know. There's always something later on. I don't even know what it is. It's not even like I feel impending doom. I just know that it's not over and that there's always something. I don't know what that something is. There's like, I have ideas and stuff, but so I have to be prepared. I got to be ready. I want Credence to know that I'm ready for war. This is for him. Even though I will never even be able to get our lost time back, or that he might not even come to me. I'm doing this because I don't have him, because he hasn't come to me, because he might not come to me. I'm doing this because I love him and I miss him. And even if I did do something to ridiculously make everybody hate me or make everybody shun me, whether or not, like I did redeem myself, whether they think I did or not, it's just appalling to me how they would treat somebody, their own flesh and blood. Me standing outside just trying to talk to them and act like they don't know me or care about me. Like, that's just so weird to me. I will never treat anyone I care about, anyone I love that way. Fuck, I don't even treat strangers that way. At least I'll be upfront with you and tell you. So the more that they want to ignore me and perpetuate and keep trying to be part of the problem, not the solution, I'm going to keep screaming hashtag crazy for Credence and the Love On campaign and ending parental alienation movement. It drives me. It fuels me. It used to almost kill me, and now instead it is my energy. It's my being. It's who I am, what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, and it's not like I woke up thinking this is what I'm going to do with my life. And even doing it, I still want to do other things. And I do have a life, believe it or not. I'm just always going to keep fighting. I don't want Credence or anybody to think that I just gave up, that I just backed away. There might have been times where, I got down many times, but I learned, instead of to just stay down or to die and rot away, to just keep coming back, showing up, come back that much harder. It does suck because it hurts. Definitely very painful. Bruises, scars, mental, physically. But it hurts even more to be silent. It hurts even more to have lived the life that I lived, to keep living that way. And I'll never live that way again. I'll never go backwards. And nobody will ever, ever tell me what to do, how to be, what to think, anything. There's a guy on the internet who wrote a whole bunch of paragraphs underneath one of my PA posts. And I didn't read all of it, but he just, don't do this and blah, blah, blah. Don't talk shit about your ex and blah, blah, blah. And I'm over it, you know. It's, for one, it's not even my ex. It's a very big party. It's my parents, brother, sister, all the fucking siblings, or the relatives. I mean, that's a lot of people. We're talking like, I don't even know, like 50, 60, 100, like ridiculous number of just lots of people. So it's not just a small party or just, you know, a particular person or the ex. This is everybody that I knew and grew up with in my life as a kid. And those very same people are the very same people who are still with my son, the one that was taken away from me. Those are the same people who are with him, or were with him, because he is an adult now. I hope I made that clear. What I wanted to say about all that was protesting and being me and being free is more than just liberating. It's everything I've always wanted. Of course I want my son Credence, but I can't have him, and I never could, and I might not ever be able to. So I have to make sure that I go out with a bang, that I go out the way that I want to go out. And I'm not going to go out like them. They might be alive for another 20 years and might not die. Like, they're 70, almost 70 now. They can still be alive until 90. Hell, could even pass 100. And I want to make sure that I've done and said and tried everything that I can and have and will. Because it's me and it's who I am, and it's what's in my blood, and it's how I can be okay with myself. I don't know how they can be okay with themselves. I don't understand it at all, one way, shape, or form. It doesn't keep me up at night. It doesn't, instead of trying to understand what I can't understand, I look on the bright side. I always try to put a spin on those things. That I'm grateful that I don't know what it's like, because I'm not like them and I don't want to be like them. Credence, I might not ever get the day that I want with you, whether it's another 5 minutes like last time, or a day or a week. I long to be with you so badly, that the only way I can live with myself is just making sure I go large or go home. You know, there's only this life. Even if there is an afterlife, right now, today, I'm living today for today. And my past has a lot of parts that suck, but I don't live in the past anymore. I'm not anxious. I'm not like that anymore. And not so anxious where I'm living in the future. Of course I want you to come to me. Of course I hope that happens. But I also know that it's a very, very well reality that I'm going to have to live with, that you're not going to come to me. So I will keep protesting and keep speaking up and raising awareness, educate the public. Hopefully there'll be created a prevention plan so nobody else has to go through this kind of torment and turmoil. I do this because I love you. I do this because you're my son. I do this because I'm not alone, and there's so many others out there like us. I do this because it's what's right. I do this because it's what's real. It's what's truth. It's my life story. I will always continue to stand up for what I believe in, even if I have to stand alone, which I have, but I don't always have to, and I'm not afraid to be alone anymore. But that took baby steps to get there. One quote that really can fuck with me, has fucked with me, is to be in your children's memories tomorrow, you need to be in their lives today. To be in your children's memories tomorrow, you need to be in their lives today. I can't do anything about my firstborn son. He doesn't have any memory of living with me. So I make sure, I'm definitely not the Mother of the Year award, and I definitely am not saying that I'm all that. But I do definitely play hard, and I do definitely let my loved ones, my other children, my husband, my family, my immediate fam, my friends who turn into family, that I love them every day and all day as much as possible. And I don't take that lightly. I want them to remember me, and even though I may be obsessive over missing you, Credence, and I have all these weird quirks and stuff, but my husband and my kids have accepted me for that, which has allowed me room to grow and to even become more okay with myself and more room to grow. It's a great cycle. I do this because otherwise it would be hard to live with myself, with my decisions. I do this because it needs to be done. I do this because I wish I was able to in the past. I do this because I can't change the past, and I wish things were different, and things never had to have been the way that they were and are, and they still don't need to be. They don't ever have to be that way. There is always time to, you can always make the decision to be better. There's never too late. You can always make that decision to try again, to do better, or whatever it is. Wow, this must be a long video. Thanks for whoever sat through the whole thing. Thanks for your time. Echo Dunham, Salem, Oregon, March 14th, 2023, 32nd day of the Love On campaign, and 1,375 days since we last seen Credence. God, I love you. God, I miss you. For my parents to not try to be better, to make things better, whether it's for themselves or not, just speaks volume to me and tells me a lot about them, and confirms everything I always already knew, unfortunately. So that the more that they become them, and the more that they are going to give me the silent treatment and try to just be evil, the more I'm going to keep staying up for what I believe is right and keep screaming for you, Credence, always and forever. Crazy for Credence. And I'm proud to say it. I'm not scared to say it. Crazy, cringy, whatever, man. So be it. You're my kid. You were taken from me. People don't like seeing me protest, but I don't understand why nobody batted an eye when my son was taken from me, or when I mentioned it, or even a decade later. That really sickens me, and I am very surprised with not just people, but people that I'm related to, my ancestry. People can suck. I don't want to be like that. I say it too. I don't like people. People suck. People are mean. But I also try to remind myself that we are people. We are society. So we need to all just be nice to each other, because if I am telling myself that I hate people, well, I don't want other people to be like, fuck, I hate people, then of course we all gonna hate people, because everybody just hates everybody. Nobody can just try to just be chill or get a chip off their shoulder. Why does everybody gotta be on a power trip? Everybody wants to argue. Everybody wants to tell everybody what to do. I don't get it. Why can't you just do you and chill? What do you get from being on a power trip? Because all it does for the others who are being controlled is just a lot of damage, a lot of head damage, a lot to come back from. I see why people tell us that we should heal from our trauma before we have kids, because we don't want to create trauma or put our trauma onto our kids. But if I had done that, then I might not have ever had kids. Live and learn, right? Trial and error. I'm still here, kicking, breathing, and screaming. It feels great. It feels great because I don't think anybody of the abusers and abuse apologists thought that I would come back. I was a little girl that they abused and took advantage of, mentally, verbally. They didn't thoroughly think this through. They were so able to control everybody and keep everybody on the hush-hush that they did not think that I would grow up, become an adult, and fight back. And that was definitely one of their biggest mistakes, because I come back hard, and I come back a lot, and I come back more and more, stronger and stronger. Until I am not able to protest, talk about Pearl Nation anymore, until I'm dead in the ground, I'm going to just keep going hard. I want to be known as somebody who fought for their son, fought for their family, fought for others who know what it's like to be alienated. Just because abuse in the nation is not okay, and standing up for what I believe in is the right thing to do, and everybody should do it. And maybe by my speaking up will make it easier for others, because everybody is silent all the time. I've talked to a lot of people that I'm related to that told me, if you guys didn't want to hang out with me, I wish you guys just told me that, or just didn't, like, there's certain cousins where we talked online and said that we would hang out and have our kids play and stuff, and then like if I was in the area or if I tried to get a hold of her, like she would ghost me and never be there, but I would always see her online, see her post. It's just, or like I also told cousins we don't need to go to the family reunion, we can do our own events. You can come to my house, I go to yours, we go to Mutual Place. I've tried reaching out to everybody and anybody, and nobody, like some of you talked to me and stuff like that, but none of you reached out to me when it really mattered, when I was fresh in it. And when I did try to talk to you guys, and you guys have access to talking to me and being online and stuff, none of you guys jumped up on that. And it's been a long time, I've got 18 years, as I said. So you think, why am I the only motherfucker that's always trying? That's, like, wake up call, like, shit, dude. Like, nothing surprises me anymore. I am used to the abuse. Definitely say that a lot. I am used to the abuse. People will tell me when they listen to me, they can hear the pain in my voice, or just this or that, or whatever it is. But the thing is, whenever I talk about my life, I'm used to it. That's my life. So I'm glad that by my speaking up or whatever it is that you hear to get you thinking is great, because I've been saying the same thing from the get-go. I've never changed anything about my story or anything. I've never lied. I've never held back. I've always told the truth. So I think the biggest thing is that I was hurt, I am hurt, and if my own mother, father, siblings, all my relatives can do me dirty and just treat me like shit and done everything they have, you know, there's nothing that anybody, a stranger, anybody who knows me, doesn't know me, can do to me. Like, do you know who my mom is? Do you know who my parents are? Come on, man. You don't scare me. I stand up and stood up to the most scariest monsters in the world in my eyes. And I recommend that you do it too. And if you don't want to do it alone, hit me up. I like to travel. I got homies. I know people. I like to barbecue. I can hold a sign. I can bring a bullhorn. There's no reason for anybody to ever be put into a situation that I and 22 million other people worldwide are in. We need to do better. Do better. We know better. History repeats itself. Not just for ourselves and our children, but our children's children. Signing out. Love to the alienated. Thanks for listening, guys.